What a great grandmother! Peter's grandmother is 71, and every day she does the same things at the same time. She always gets up at 7 o'clock. She always gets dressed at 8 o'clock. She always has breakfast, 2 pieces of bread, a banana, and a cup of tea at 9 o'clock. She always listens to the music on the radio at 10. It's her favorite part of the day. She always has a cup of coffee at 11, and she goes for a short walk before lunch, down to the square, round the park, and back home again. And she always has a lunch: fish, chips, and peas with tomato sauce at 12 o'clock. On Fridays afternoon, Peter often goes to see his grandmother. Last week, he slept at her house on Friday night too. On Saturday morning, he got up at 7 o'clock and ran downstairs to talk with her. "I've got an idea, Gran," Peter said. "Let's have a crazy day." "What do you mean?" she asked. "Well, you always do the same thing at the same time every day." "Yes." "Well, today let's have a different day. I'm hungry. Let's have our breakfast now. And let's have sandwiches, egg sandwiches or sausage." "But I never have egg sandwiches or sausages for breakfast, Peter," his grandmother said. But then she looked at Peter's face and said, "Okay, those sausages are really good," Peter's grandmother said after breakfast. "I like them a lot." "I enjoyed them too," Peter said. "Right, now let's get dressed. Then let's go for a walk." "But I always listen to the radio first," his grandmother started to say. But then she stopped. "All right, good idea. Where's my coat?" Peter's grandmother enjoyed their walk, but then they got to the square. Peter said, "Let's catch a bus to Market Street. There's a really cool cafe between the library and the shopping center. We can look at the shops and then have our lunch there too." "But I never catch buses, Peter, and I never go to the shopping center in Market Street, and I never eat in cafes," Peter's grandmother said. But then she looked at the smile on the Peter's face and said, "Okay, come on." Peter's grandmother enjoyed walking around the shopping center. She bought a new watch, a fantastic purple and yellow sweater, and a little cupboard for her bedroom. Then in another shop, she found an exciting board game for Peter. "I'm having lots of fun," she said. "What a great day." When they got to the cafe, Peter said, "Let's have noodles. Let's have pancakes too, chocolate ones." "But I've never had noodles or pancakes," Peter's grandmother said. But then she smiled and said, "All right, I can try them today." After lunch, Peter's grandmother said, "Everything was brilliant. Those noodle and chocolate pancakes were fantastic. I love them." "Good," Peter said. "Now let's go home. I know you sometimes sleep in the afternoon, and I'm tired. But I don't want to go home, and I don't want to sleep this afternoon, Peter," his grandmother said. "Let's go for a boat ride on the river and then go walk all around the lake. We can buy cakes and eat them in the park. Then we go to the cinema. I've never do any of those things, but I like to do them all today. Peter smiled. Okay, Gran, he said, let's go. You know, you're a really great grandmother, and you are our great grandson, Peter. She laughed.